Yay! Hey world, my name's Christian Brown and I was born to help people. I made this channel, Good Morning Entrepreneur, in order to make your mornings wonderful. Basically, in my life, I used to read self-improvement books a lot, and I would do the 10 pages a day like they say CEOs and other successful people should do. And whenever I did that, it always made my life a lot better when I did it. I hope I can be the inspiration in your life that makes you kick ass every day. So what is this channel really all about? Well, here's what it is. Every day, I'm going to read about 10 pages or a chapter of a self-improvement book. I'm going to internalize what I read, pick out the best things, and then I'm going to create a video about it just for you, so that every morning you have something positive to wake up to that gets you juiced and jacked for the day. And then the second thing that I hope to do later on is to create a new section of videos called Blueprints for Success, where I hope to meet people who make at least $50,000 to $100,000 a year working for themselves, who are willing to sit down with me and create a step-by-step guide that I can then give you so that you can get out of the rat race and do what they did, so that you can live your life however you want and you can go travel the world and do your passions and do what really matters to you. That's what these videos are for. So let's dive right into it. Today, we're going to be talking about The Magic of Thinking Big by David J. Schwartz. This is my favorite self-improvement book, and the reason for that is it gives you the tools and techniques to actually learn how to think success. So chapter 1 is Believe You Can Succeed and You Will. Essentially, David argues that the size of your thinking determines the size of your success. What you think determines what happens in the world. So if you think negative thoughts and poor thoughts and that not good things are going to happen to you, that's exactly what you're going to get. And if you think big, wonderful, exciting things are going to happen to you and you're going to become an executive and you're going to have a wonderful life and all these things, that's exactly what you're going to get as well. So it's important that no matter what you're doing all the time, you're always putting in positive thoughts, thinking big, believing big, because that's exactly what you're going to get out of life. So let's imagine giving a speech, right? If you're like me, you gave quite a few speeches when you were young, especially in school. And if you were like me, you probably bombed some of them, right? I know I bombed some of my speeches. And usually it wasn't that I didn't know the material. It was just that I was so nervous going up. I'd never given a speech. Oh, it's going to be so hard. I'm going to forget my lines. What if I click the thing wrong and it doesn't switch slides? And so what happened? I went up and I bombed. But now think about later in your life. You've probably given some more speeches now, and some of them you've totally crushed. And what happened, right? Before you went up to that speech, you thought about it and you're like, I know this. This is something important to me. I can talk on it. The audience is going to listen. It's going to be good. And you went up and you crushed it. So what does this tell us? It tells us exactly that. What you think is what you get. Originally, you thought you were going to totally fail. So you went up and you failed. You bombed. And in the other example, you went up and you thought you were going to crush it. And what happened? You did crush it. David found that the number one most common thing he heard from people who had failed businesses was that they didn't really believe it could succeed. Right? That seems crazy, right? That's crazy, right? You dove into a business and you didn't think it would succeed. But people do it all the time, right? He says that the attitude, okay, I'll give it a try, but I don't think it'll actually work attitude, that brings about failure, right? You can't just go, oh, maybe this will work. I'll try it. I'll go for it. Because if you believe it's not going to work, what's your mind going to do? It's just going to keep bringing more things and telling you why it's not going to work and showing you reasons why. Unless you believe it can actually succeed, you're not going to be geared towards it and getting the right mind food that actually generates that success. A person is a product of his own thoughts. Believe big. Take this example. David met a man who had been working in the same business for many years, and he had a wife and a couple kids, and it pained him because every day he could see in his wife's eyes like she'd want to get nice things when they'd go to the store, and they just couldn't, and she just kind of felt like she had reserved herself to where she was in life and kind of knew they were never going to get ahead. And this man, he went out and he heard about a new company hiring for similar jobs that he knew how to do. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to try it. I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna see if I can get this job. And what did he do? So he went out and he flew to this other city, and he was in the hotel at night, and he was like, all right, I'm gonna do this. And he was like, I'm gonna ask for like $750 raise. It's gonna be good. And then suddenly he just got disgusted with himself, and he goes, what? No, why? This is all BS. Why am I even trying to do this? I can't do this. Blah blah blah. He's just like, this is crazy. And he just got so pissed off, and he goes, why am I where I am in life? And I have so many friends who are so much more successful. So he went and he wrote down his five closest friends who are most successful. And he went, what do these guys have that I don't have? Right? And these guys, he realized none of them were much smarter than him. None of them came from more well-off families. None of them really had anything that he didn't have. None of them had anything special compared to him. And he goes, what? Then why am I doing so not well compared to these guys? And it turned out that he realized that these guys, they had initiative. Right? They went after these big things. They went hard. And he goes, but why did they do that? And then it dawned on him, and he realized these guys believed. They believed they could be more. They believed they could succeed. They believed they could have executive positions in their company. And so just because of that, they took the initiative and they went for it, and they got bigger and better jobs and greater lives. And so what did he do? He said he barely slept all that night. He thought perfectly clearly for the first time ever in his life, he thought. And he went to the interview, and he was hoping maybe he'd ask for a $750 raise. And he went and asked for $3,500 raise. And he got it. Right? He sold himself. He knew he had value. He knew what the heck he was doing. And suddenly his whole mind changed. He believed he could be better. He believed he could succeed. He believed he could make way more money, and he was worth that. And he went in and he got it. Right? Belief is what gets you success. That's all there is to it. David talks about this wonderful concept around your mind being a thought factory. Right? And he says, in this thought factory, there are two foremen. Right? You've got Mr. Triumph, and you've got Mr. Defeat. And these foremen are very obedient. They listen to you and they snap to attention as soon as you get them going. And he says they work like this. So you might wake up in the morning and first thing you might say or think to yourself is, today's going to be a lousy day. And what happens? Mr. Defeat goes, oh, hey, I'm ready to go. I'm going to start working. Yes, today is a lousy day. Yeah, it's going to be a long day. You're not going to get any sales. Drive's going to take a long time. It's probably going to be rainy. Not going to have any good conversation with your coworkers. Yeah. And next thing you know, you're feeling like crap, right? Because Mr. Defeat, once you feed him one thing, he's just going to keep working. He's listening to you. Your brain's ready to go. It's going to give you whatever you feed it. And then there's Mr. Triumph. Same sort of thing. He's very obedient. He's ready to go. And if you wake up in the morning, you go, today is going to be a great day. Even me just saying that right now, I feel a little better, right? So, but that's besides the point. So you wake up in the morning, you say, today is going to be a great day. And what happens? Mr. Triumph goes, hello, yeah, I'm obedient. I'm ready to go. Today is going to be a great day. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to get a sale today. I'm going to make my wife happy. I'm going to bring home flowers. Oh, it's probably going to be a nice drive. Yeah. This is going to be good. Like, I'm excited. And what do you know? Suddenly, you have a freaking great day. Here's the thing, though. These guys, Mr. Triumph and Mr. Defeat, they get stronger every time you talk to them. Right? So if you keep feeding Mr. Defeat and you keep giving him bad thoughts, he's just going to get bigger, meaner, stronger every day. And yeah, if you do that for a couple days, it might not affect you that much. But if you do it for weeks, months, years, next thing you know, Mr. Triumph, you're never even going to see him. All you're going to do is you're going to wake up every day and you're just going to have negative thoughts and negative things are going to happen. And the size of your thinking is going to be real small and you're never going to get anywhere and do anything. And so you got to fire him right now. Mr. Defeat's gone. Never, ever let him back into your life. You can't do it. And I love this, too, because just the other day, when I was thinking about this sort of stuff, I woke up in the morning, and one of my first thoughts was, oh, God, this is going to be a long day at work. And I immediately was like, nope, I can't do this. because I remembered this chapter, and I was like, today's going to be a great day. And normally, if I do that, I get in the shower, and it's a long drive, and everything sucks. But for some reason, I got in the shower, and I just started thinking all these positive thoughts, because I was like, yeah, today's going to be a great day. I decided to just kill Mr. Defeat right then and there. I was like, I'm not going to take it. And by the time I was in the car and driving to work, I was in a good mood, and I had a really good day. And the day went by super fast, which I was really surprised about. Like, it was fantastic. Anyway, that's besides the point. Mr. Triumph, you got to feed him all the time, 100% of the time. Only think positive thoughts, only think good things. Because if you just force yourself to do that for, years or weeks, months, years, just keep forcing yourself. Only positive thoughts, only positive thoughts, only positive thoughts. Eventually, it's all you're going to be able to think, and it's only up from here. Here's the first step towards success. It's a basic one. It can't be avoided. Believe in yourself. Believe you can succeed. Now, the beautiful thing about David's book is that it breaks down all these wonderful things, and then he gives you actual techniques you can use to gain the power of belief, right? Believing you can succeed. And so he's got 3 right here. How to develop the power of belief. 1, think success, don't think failure. When you face a difficult situation, think, I'll win, not, I'll probably lose. When competing with someone, think, I'm equal to the best, not, I'm outclassed. And when opportunity appears, think, I can do, never, I can't. 2, remind yourself regularly that you are better than you think you are. Remember that story earlier about the guy who was hoping to get a $750 raise, instead got a $3,500 one, and realized all of his friends were just like him, right? Successful people are not supermen. They don't have super intellect or are super lucky or have some mystical trait that makes them successful people. Successful people are simply ordinary folks who have developed great belief in themselves and what they do. It's important that you develop great belief in yourself and what you do. Whatever you're doing, you have to believe to the nth degree. And that goes for yourself as well. No one's going to believe in you until you believe in you. You have to believe that you're going to be something great. And 3, believe big. The size of your success is determined by the size of your thinking. Big ideas and big plans are frequently easier than small ideas and small plans. Now, I have one thing that I'd like to add to this that isn't a part of this book. When I was growing up, I was always told that in order to have great success in life, you have to have huge goals so that you can see them behind your problems. Now, imagine this, right? Imagine you've got some goal, right? Here's your goal. You want to go and achieve it. But here's your problems right here. Well, it's going to be really hard to achieve that goal, right? If your problems and issues and things you got to deal with are this big and your goal back here is this big, it's going to be so hard to get through all that stuff to get to that goal. And when you do, it's probably not even going to be worth it. But if you make that goal huge, I'm going to be a millionaire, I'm going to be a billionaire, I'm going to have a wonderful family life and go on trips and make my kids and wife happy, and I'm going to do all this, I'm going to build a giant company, something like that. And you just believe in something that's so enormous and ridiculous that it doesn't matter how big your problems are. Right? Even if your problems are huge, if your goal is even bigger, you're always going to see it behind your problems. And so you're always going to keep pushing through, keep pushing forward, because if you get through those problems, you know that what's on the other side is so worth it. So you got to believe big and think big, because by believing and thinking big, you will achieve big results and have a big, wonderful life. Please like, subscribe, share. Would super appreciate it. I'm going to be putting out a video a day, every day. That should hopefully brighten your day, make your morning more wonderful. Please like, subscribe, and share. And, as always, whatever you're going to do, make it happen now.